Okay, so let's just see how you can actually organize your folders and files on your Google Drive. One of the easiest things to do is to list them under recent, and you'll see all your documents there that you've done in reverse order there with the most recent ones at the top. By default, Google Docs always names things as untitled document, which isn't very convenient when you end up with a whole heap of untitled documents. So you open this one up here, should find that it's a science report. And that science report, if you just typed that in and you wanted to save it with a particular name, easiest thing to do is to go into the box up in the top left where it says untitled document. If you just click that once, it'll automatically take the first line of your document and rename it. There are other ways you can do it using the file. You can rename it that way, but that's probably the quickest. So if we close that down now, we'll see that that's been renamed Science Lab Report. And what we can do is put that into a folder. If you go to My Drives, again, you'll see that there are folders, and there's one here for science, one for English. And if we click on the little triangle here, it'll actually open them up in subfolders. So we've got in science there, we've actually got lab report there. So what you can do is just drag that across to where you want to put your lab report into, and it'll put it in that folder. And it tells you that it's been moved to the lab report. So if we look in there, that's your lab reports folder with the science lab report in it there. You can actually make new folders within there. So if we just click on science in the top there, then it will show the science folder. And if you do new and folder, then it will give you a new folder. And we could call this one maybe try spelling it properly, and create that, and then you've got a new folder for putting in other experimental data and things like that. If we go to the English folders, we've got essays and book reviews there. So let's just see, we've got another untitled document there. And again, we can just rename that as untitled document. If we click on the gap there, and then under File, Move to, so Move to, then it's currently in the English folder, but we could put it into Book Reviews folder there, and then we move it in there, and that will then put that in there. The other thing you can do is in Drive, is you can just drag it across into any of those folders as well. But overall, what you want to have is all your files in a folder somewhere which is very clearly labeled so you can find it later. If all else fails, you can search your Drive and look for a particular key name. So if I look up report in the search tab there, it'll tell me where both that book report is and that science lab report is, and then we can open it up from search. So keep tidy and you won't lose work.